Close not thine eyes. Cover not thine ears. Witness, know, and stand. O thine own legs, stand firmly upon the earth. Zeus to Yahweh. Zeus is the god of thunder, lighting, justice and ruler of the sky in Greek mythology. He ruled as king of the gods of Mount Olympus along with being the sovereign of the heavens and emperor of heaven and earth. Overview. He was respected as an all-father who was chief of the gods, and assigned the others to their roles. Even the gods who are not his natural children address him as father, and all the gods rise in his presence. He was equated with many foreign weather gods. Appearance. Zeus possesses white hair going to his shoulders and blue eyes. He also has a white beard and usually only wears a white tunic. Personality. Zeus was infamous for his lust of beautiful mortals. Indeed, the king of the gods transcended male or female and even species when it came to his many affairs. His lascivious actions in bed always left a very positive mark on the mortals he slept with, which enraged Hera to no end. Zeus was known to have slept with many women aside from Hera, and he had many sons and daughters. His most well-known children are Aphrodite, Hermes, Ares, Apollo, Artemis, Athena, Hephaestus, Dionysus, Eris, Hebe and Heracles. Despite Zeus' near-never-ending lust for magnificent women, as his fellow gods describe it, and infidelity towards Hera, Zeus was still the upholder of the universal order. He gave justice to mortals to help civilize them and was in charge of punishing oath-breakers, liars, and violators of sacred hospitality. He is a strict adherent and follower to the universal code of rule of the Council of Godheads and the celestial laws decreed by God, the supreme being of the multiverse. Anyone who taints or disobeys the law, according to him, must receive a rightful punishment. He also possesses strong and moral sense of justice, and can be seen as a benevolent god of Olympus, and taking pity/mercy towards the innocents and people who ask for his forgiveness. His benevolence is such, that he empowers his champions and demigod children who cries out for his help and mercy, and bestowing them with tremendous power, by further punishing the wicked and evildoers. He also hates prideful arrogance and hypocriticism, knowing how evil it can do to a person, despite admitting that he is one of its victims, and so he will cast severe punishments towards the guilty/sinners and justice towards the innocents. He also assisted the Greeks during the Greco-Persian War, by storming the Persian navy, using thunderstorms, rainfalls, and tidal waves, much to the Greeks' joy. He is strict and can sometimes cruel in his rulership, yet benevolent and fair to his subjects, children, servants, and worshippers. His job and status as chief deity makes him sometimes a cruel and arrogant king, especially when he is obsessive to claim things that he wants to, as he always puts himself in a higher position in the other gods. But when it comes to important matters, he is honorable and just to it, as it's seen where he mostly honors his subjects' decisions. He can be also, at times, very carefree, easygoing, and laid back in his job and status as a chief deity like Odin and his brother, Poseidon. He can be also remorseful for his past wrongdoings and infidelity, especially towards Hera, due to her duty as the patron goddess of birth and the absence of personal time they don't have together due to working overtime, and the women that he makes affairs and sired sons with. This spot in his behavior possibly stems from his previous marriage, and he's deeply saddened due to imprisoning his wife in his stomach. He loves his family above all, it includes to his demigod children, despite seeing, observing, and guiding them from the heavens. He holds his mother, Rhea, in high regard and always been appreciating her so much, that she is among the Titans, along with Prometheus, Helios, Leto, Metis, Leda, Themis, and some others, that he spared during the Titanomachy. Power and abilities. As the king of the Olympian gods and the god of the sky, Zeus possesses the power to rightfully claim these titles. He has been regarded numerous times as the most powerful of all the Olympian gods, with very few other deities in the Greek pantheon surpassing him, these particular deities being the primordials, and the only ones to rival him are his elder brothers Poseidon and Hades. Compared to Hades and Poseidon, however, Zeus is a shade more powerful than the two. His power is noted by Gaia during her warning to Cronus that he would be strong enough to usurp his father, which he successfully did, and that he along with his siblings would be a new breed of divinity that outclassed their own parents. As the god of the sky, Zeus has total control over the weather and storms, being able to conjure powerful lightning at a whim and could throw said lightning with extreme precision. His control over storms is also notably prominent whenever he loses his temper, showing that his emotions, like the other gods, are tied to his powers, demonstrated when he instinctively summons thunder and lightning when angered and could summon storm clouds when sufficiently frustrated. Zeus' power in terms of lightning is so immense that a single lightning bolt tossed by him was said to have evaporated the oceans, and another created tremors so strong the land was upheaved drastically. Moreover, his handling of his own power was made evident when he wielded the Master Bolt, arguably his most powerful weapon and symbol of office, and used it to defeat the Titans and other eldritch beasts. The Master Bolt itself was more than capable of even making the mighty Cthulhu stagger from the sheer force of its blows. Naturally, being a god, Zeus has a vast arsenal of abilities, making him one of the strongest gods. One of his more prominent abilities is shape-shifting, as he would use it constantly to seduce and lay with many mortal women or goddesses. He could teleport from place to another in a flash, to the point where he even appeared in Hades' realm without the need of any transportation. He was also capable of transmuting or metamorphing objects or people, as well as in many myths Zeus would turn certain individuals into animals, objects, or even celestial bodies like stars. He could also breathe life into inanimate objects or create life in other things such as clouds. Zeus' power warrants him to be one of the leading heads of the Council of Godheads, and was compared to the likes of his fellow chief gods Odin, Ra, and Indra. In the end, he ate the Orphic egg, becoming one with the universe itself. History. Cronus, his father, had sired 6 children in this order, with Rhea, his wife, Hestia, Hades, Demeter, Hera, Poseidon, and Zeus himself. But Cronos swallowed them all because of a prophecy claiming that he would be overthrown by his son, as he had overthrown his own father. Rhea, seeking revenge, hid Zeus at birth and gave Cronus a rock wrapped in cloth to swallow instead. After reaching manhood, Zeus forced Cronus to disgorge first the stone, then his siblings, in reverse order of swallowing. In some versions, Métis gave Cronus an emetic to force him to disgorge the babies, or Zeus cut Cronus's stomach open. Then Zeus released the brothers of Cronus, the Gigantes, the Hecatonchires, and the Cyclopes, from their dungeon in Tartarus, killing their guard, Camp. As a token of their appreciation, the Cyclopes gave him the power of thunder and lightning with his weapon, the Master Bolt, which had previously been hidden by Gaia. Together, Zeus and his brothers and sisters, along with the Gigantes, Hecatonchires and Cyclopes, overthrew Cronus and the other Titans, in the combat called the Titanomachy. The defeated Titans were then cast into a shadowy underworld region known as Tartarus. Atlas, one of the Titans that fought against Zeus, was punished by having to hold up the sky. After the battle with the Titans, Zeus shared the world with his elder brothers, Poseidon and Hades. By drawing lots, Zeus got the sky and air, Poseidon the waters, and Hades the world of the dead, the underworld. The ancient earth, Gaia, could not be claimed. She was left to all three, each according to their capabilities, which explains why Poseidon was the earth shaker, the god of earthquakes, and Hades claimed the humans that died. Gaia resented the way Zeus had treated the Titans, because they were her children. Soon after taking the throne as king of the gods, Zeus had to fight some of Gaia's other children, the monsters Typhon and Echidna. He vanquished Typhon and trapped him under Mount Etna, but left Echidna and her children alive. After the Greek era, Zeus along with the other Olympians stayed in Olympus, now moved to America, while having control of the Greek heaven under Uranus. Myths and legends. The ancient Greek interpretation of the world was very different from modern values, with gods being held as the center of the universe instead of mortals. Zeus enforced a harsh sense of justice upon humans to keep them in line. Though he usually allowed his fellow gods to do whatever they wanted to mortals, he would sometimes intervene to mitigate the damage they caused when they went too far. Equivalence. Within religious syncretism, Zeus has been equated with the deities Jupiter, Ammonius, Hadad, Thor, Purin, and Indra. Quotes. The main deity of Greek mythology. Said to be omnipotent, he is both god of the sky and ruler of the 12 gods of Olympus. He is a son of the Titan Kronos and brother to both Hades and Poseidon. Upon defeating his father, he claimed the right to rule the entire universe. He also fathered many children with not only goddesses, but a number of human women as well. Compendium Demonic.